We still have so much more new World of Horror content to check out. Now in almost non-binary colors. Yellow and purple and black. All that's missing is white. It's goth non-binary, which is a perfectly valid way to be. Trust me. Not Halloween anymore, so I cannot legally switch us to Timeline B. What I can do instead is not this. This is a new-ish feature. Randomize item statistics. Or rather, it has always been in the game, but I've never once utilized it. Because why would you? Okay. True Believer. AKA hard mode. You start with no money. And lower health resources as well. It's difficult. The game is already notoriously difficult. So that'll be fun. And I'm probably going to use one of the new Outer Gods. All of whom seem to be quite challenging. So who's strong enough to take on this? Probably good old Aiko. Aiko is rock solid. It's hard to go wrong with Aiko. We'll throw in 7th Curse. Gives us actual money to deal with. Kind of mitigates the difficulty challenge, though. So instead of that... It's weird. Backstories are either relatively insignificant, or they ruin your entire run. I still love Scars. Scars are a bit risky, because we already have reduced max stamina and reason. We're gonna reduce them further. So this deity, we don't really know what it does. I certainly don't. But this one I do, which is -1 to all stats per 21% doom. Cumulative at 41% and 42, 63, 84, and then that's it. After that, you're just done for if you go to another category. Look at that scary skull with 2 eyeballs in one socket. So this is a bit of a dangerous run, but I'm too good for normal mode and probably not good enough for this mode. History Club did not auto-select. School Nurse is solid. Hardware Shop has strength weapons. We're probably going to need that. The Occult Shop will not help us, so Vending Machine, preferable. And yeah, we're taking the Hardware Shop. I almost wish the parts that are purple were instead yellow. Like they swapped those 2 colors, but then my eyes would be melted out of my head by the nuclear radiation of the yellowness, but it would be aesthetically pleasing until I lost my sight forever. Whole bunch of athletic outfits. Aiko's got a 1-track mind. And 1 additional dollar. 1 more than nothing. Didn't get a bottle, didn't get the spells either. I'm kind of screwed. Caution tape, yeah, that's a really good palette. Good call. Last Tyrant there. And that is very heavily yellow, but it's a less harsh yellow than this one. We got 1 of the new mysteries already. But we need to re-roll because I want to get 2 in a single run. Noisy Nails and Medusa something or other. Let's see. Yeah. Medusa Metamorphosis. Getting 2 runs together now is actually getting fairly difficult. But we got them. But yeah, basically deciding on 2 mysteries showing up in a single run is at this point quite difficult because there are so many mysteries in the pool to choose from. Medusa Metamorphosis only has 1 possible ending, so we'll start with that. Hopefully it takes place in town because I need to really gear up for this run. Everyone is talking about this weird giant jellyfish ambushing swimmers. Aiko is a notorious swimmer. We're going to get the fast swimmer perk. So it's a good thing we chose this mission as it affects our character directly. Even the local biology teacher can't identify the species as more and more people end up hurt badly. My god, it's a scary man jellyfish. You remember from reading an article that a famous marine biologist is spending his vacation in the city. Maybe you should seek help from him. Make me immune to jellyfish. Mysterious silhouette man. The famous biologist is spending his vacation at the seaside mansion. You need to take a bus there. And of course, we need to go downtown to catch that bus. But we can just sort of go there. First, I'm going to need money. Fastest and most reliable way to get money? Witch Tree. Who has driven me into a blood frenzy. There's blood flying out of my eyeballs. +1 damage and receive extra combat damage. Frankly, I enjoy having this particular ailment. Thank you, ailment. Enemies are not a problem if I kill them before they get a chance to move. There is an achievement for killing a specific enemy without weapons. Perhaps I could achieve such an event. But I'd have to get kind of lucky. I don't even have the occult shop to get the mask that gives me +1 damage, so it's more or less out of the question. We got 3 funds, that's enough for a good weapon. The monkey wrench isn't bad. We've got strength to spend on the monkey wrench at least. So here's the classic theme music. Is it going to have a barking sound? Because the dog shop theme music doesn't bark anymore. Kind of want to stick around for one more bar. I don't see any barking coming. I miss my barking. I'm going to down patch the game so that it barks at me again. Monkey wrench. If only that boring Foo Fighters song were memorable in any way, I would be able to reference it. Beyond just saying that I am not technically referencing it. History Club, give me fast swimmer. Cannot proceed without fast swimmer. Discipline isn't bad. Little early to get discipline. Discipline will be a good one after I have done at least 1 mystery. But between fast swimmer and a monkey wrench, we should be basically guaranteed success over the course of at least this mystery and the next one. Alright. Let's also just screw around in the school to do the side quest. Since there are no possible alternative outcomes, doing the side quest does not matter in the slightest. And for some reason I've gained panic. What does panic do, actually? Decreased probability of successful attacks. But my attacks are already in the gutter, so I'm gonna have to, like, prep all of them anyway. And I certainly have the time to prep them, because I'm a fast swimmer. Oh god, look at that. 2 guaranteed 8 damage hits. Yeah, I will gladly take that downside. I have absolutely no idea why I started panicking, though. kind of mechanic is that? Some scientists say certain medusas don't age, constantly growing in size. I've heard of a few kinds of marine life that are technically immortal so long as nothing kills them. And I guess our mysterious invasive jellyfish are one such sort. Sell my reason, get some cash. I use that cash on. I mean, probably a flashlight, if we're being practical. None of these things are a flashlight. Not even close. So, in lieu of that, actually get a bottle on my first try. Been a while since that happened. Taking the bus, you can't help but notice the large number of trees that have suddenly died. What could be the cause? Jellyfish are stinging the trees. Probably down by the roots. Waves restore some reason. For some reason that doesn't do anything. I guess because the threat level is so high that there's a stamina or reason penalty on that? I don't know. I'm mildly confused. You finally arrive at the seaside. The water here is unnaturally cold and unwet. Wait a minute. That's weird. You shouldn't be able to see the lighthouse from this side of the bay. The jellyfish have moved the lighthouse. Those monsters. Doesn't bother me, I'm going on a workout routine. Takahashi, you hear a chipper voice shout during a jog around the area. You turn your head to see another one of your teammates in casual clothes smiling, blissfully unaware of everything going on. Yeah, let's get some hot tips on anything weird out of them. Probably should have known that would be a charisma check, and I probably shouldn't have done it. She tilts her head and presses a finger to her chin, thinking hard. Then, with a tiny O, she begins telling you a strange story from the other day. It is surprisingly valuable at +10 experience. Some of the mansions are abandoned and the roads leading to them are overgrown. You have to somehow find a biologist's vacation home. Which, for some reason, means going into the woods. They're that overgrown that they have become a forest that I now have to investigate. There's a hillside thicket. This one does successfully cause me to lose my mind. You finally enter the right place. Inside, there are many jars with various jellyfish species, but where is the biologist himself? Come out, wherever you are. Maybe I should have taken the police department, much as I'm loath to do so. Because things are getting costly in a number of ways. Inside the dusty study, you find a map of the cliffside with one point clearly marked. Is this where the biologist is performing his studies? We'll find out after a nap. Even that nap is a little insufficient, but I don't have a ton of ways to just boost my reason. The pharmacy has a chance of giving me something, but I don't have the cash for it yet. Let's just roll with it. It's dangerous here. Your reason penalty is increased. That's why I lost so much so quickly. You hear a shuffling sound coming from behind a wardrobe. You decide to push it out of the way. You discover a niche in the wall. Someone has put 3 dusty dolls in there. I know this deal. It's these guys. Okay, I can theoretically deal their whole health bar. Like, that's 16. It's a long shot, and I can only boost one of them. But the long shot is either win this turn, or wait until next turn, and also maybe win. One way or another. I'm either taking this long shot and winning this turn, or hopefully winning next turn. Ah, so close. But the math worked out that no matter what I did, I was going to take one hit. Standing on the beach, you realize something. The map's coastline doesn't match the actual thing. What is that? Biology itself has denied the coastline. Frankly, the science is not working out just yet, but perhaps all will be revealed if I don't completely lose my mind first. Here comes ice. I have to lose some stamina unless I succeeded a strength check, which I very much did. Now, why is my strength down 2 points? None of these should be affecting my strength. And I definitely had 7 strength at the start. Didn't I? Maybe this is a Dex character. Whatever. I'm clearly very, very strong. My monkey wrench is wrecking house. The tides rise and fall. The rise and fall of sea level changes the coastline. You should wait. The low tide reveals a semi-sunken cave which corresponds with the point marked on the map. Reluctantly, you enter into the unknown. Partly flooded cave. The low tide reveals a semi-sunken cave. Is this the place where the biologist is running their experiment? Whatever you decide to do, you should hurry. When the tide comes in, the whole cave will be submerged underwater, potentially trapping you there. You explore the cave, trying not to slip, and fall into the cold water. Hearing some weird noise from behind the corner, you brace yourself. Also, we broke the 21 Doom threshold, and the deity is punishing me as a result. That's why I'm down 2 points of strength. Damn you, Scary Skull. A humanoid creature seems to have no skin. That's why he's been in silhouette the whole time. Its black blood courses through yellow veins. Oh, just like our palette here. And its pale sinew and powerful muscles are visible. It screams and lunges at my direction. Waves violently crash against the rocks as the gory horror begins to circle you. Look at that. He's radioactive. -2 all I'm not thrilled about. So we're definitely going to brace through this. Especially since I have a 30% chance to hit. What can I do? Two of these, and I can boost each of them to a 40% chance of hit. Unacceptable. Chat has suggested dodging, which I typically would never do. I dare say dodging is the correct answer. And prepping 8 damage hits is also going to be the correct answer. If we do drop below 0, we won't die. We'll get to finish out the mystery at least. And hopefully we will find a way to, like, recover. But if we go into, like, -2, we are pretty much dead. And this is gonna pretty much be my best bet. Okay, successful dodge. Our chance to dodge is quite high. Yeah, quite high, and I'm rolling well, and I should be able to guarantee victory. By my math, that is significantly more than 10 points. I think we're gonna win. Those were, to say the least, improbable dodges. The math for them is recorded somewhere. I forget where. But at 7 dex, it is not ridiculously high. It's only after the meat horror falls to the ground dead that you notice a bag further down the cave. Inside, you find a bunch of neatly folded clothes and a journal. It belongs to the famous marine biologist you were looking for. The last entry dates back to when the jellyfish attacks started. The ancient tablet I found when exploring the caves near Shiokawa has, for the lack of a better word, cursed me. I can't explain this, but every other night, my skin slips off my body as if it has a mind of its own. The skin is going about its normal daily business. He becomes a fleshless horror. It always returns to me in the morning. I just have to wait in the cave where the tablet was. What is happening to me? What will happen to the giant skin jellyfish without its host body? I have no idea, and hopefully you will never learn the answer yourself. And there's no second ending, so no one will ever know. Hooray. There's just a living lump of skin floating around. Some pork jowls from Ren and Stimpy wandering the streets. I hope never to run into them, because they're full of jellyfish. This will get me to a dex threshold, but my dex is going to drop again. Everything's going to drop again. Constantly. So we're probably going to just forget about thresholds. That said, no better bonus right now, so add to our strength. I think our specific perk only gives us extra stamina. I love how Apartment Ico now looks completely different from Portrait Ico. I have so much stamina. I have too much stamina. More than I'll ever need. Oh well, that's technically a good problem to have. So, nightmare news of the noisy nails. The morbid killing spree continues as another body is found in the city's river. Here is an image I have seen long, long ago. For some reason, the developer posted this on Twitter well over a year ago of the fingernails getting pried off and this spooky mask with lipstick on it. Now we finally are going to get the context. Those nails are sure going to be noisy as they are torn from the person who grew them. Every victim shares one common trait. Their finger and toenails are missing. They've been pried off. Why nails? Could the killer have a hidden motive? Are they sending a message? You must hurry up before they claim another victim. See what I can do. Nail torture is the thing that, like, screws me up the most. A lot of people hate eyeball torture and stuff. Nails is what does it for me. Takashi Miike has a film where a sex worker needs to be punished, so they can't do anything that will leave a mark. So they fingernail torture her because, I mean, no one's going to look under her fingernails. Yeah, rough stuff. And Higurashi no Nakokoro ni, big fingernail torture scene. And the anime Monster has a mob boss whose preferred torture method is fingernail clippers, driving one character into a murderous Hulk-like rage. Hey, we're supposed to gather gossip. Just like the Crimson Cape. Enough about fingernail torture, for now. With no leads, a trip to the police station could be useful. Your friend's cousin works there, and she could help you. We should stop being friends with that friend. Time is of the essence, so you decide to take a shortcut through the abandoned building site. That's an arrestable offense, young lady. Really wish we could afford pretty much anything, but we can't. Ah yeah, I can see tooth torture. The thing is, teeth are like enamel. They're not meat. So in and of themselves, you don't get a lot of sensitivity. And like the worst thing you can do is yank a tooth out. And in theory, that's not the worst experience in the world. Many have survived that exact experience. How am I gonna get additional money? I could go back to the witch tree, see if there are any other new statuses that could be to my benefit. Maybe I could get a second blood frenzy. Yeah, I'm gonna risk it. I've received flashbacks. God, -2 dexterity. I think that is worth getting rid of, even at the +4 doom. Because the +4 doom means -1 dexterity. They can't find the body, but I'm just gonna forget that they cannot find the body. Now, for the love of God, give me something I can use here, dog. I think the compass probably gonna be our best bet. Now let's just forget and carry on with the mystery. And this run that may not make it past this mystery. Reluctantly, your friend's cousin gives you a photocopied file. You thank her and leave quickly. The school building seems like a safe place to study the file. Couldn't take it to our apartment. This is going to be a deity-specific event. +3 strength, I like it. When you cut yourself accidentally, you discover that your blood has turned colorless and glassy. You feel fine, but that's probably not good. +3 strength is pretty good where I come from. The victims of the serial killer seem to be chosen randomly. There's no obvious pattern in regard to age, sex, and education. You should continue your search in a hospital where the victims are. And that brings us to a new area, the killer encounter. Well, let's go meet the killer, who appears to be our friend from the peephole, back in our own apartment. Well, I figured out when we were inside the apartment mystery, where we're locked inside, the person in the peephole was actually giving us clues on how to defeat the person who lives in our walls and was keeping us locked inside. Anyway, the killer is always watching. Can't shake off the feeling that I am being watched. At the cost of 2 more reason. This sucks. Even if I go to the witch tree, it'll only give me additional stamina back. So yeah, I'm kind of screwed here. For now. With the compass, I might level up sooner, at least. Try to sneak into the mortuary, but the hospital staff is on high alert. You decide to wait here a bit. Maybe you'll manage to find a way in. Not entirely sure how I stumbled upon the killer there. Or how they stumbled upon me, as the case may be. I have no injuries, so this guy cannot help me, can only harm me. Thankfully, it does not cost reason to deny his offer of help. One of the mortuary technicians acts strangely. He has left the building and returned twice already. Each time he comes back, an ambulance with a new victim arrives. Well, that's a bad sign. You know what? I don't have the schoolyard, so I can't go for gossip. So I am not going to complete the side quest. That probably locks me into one of the 2 endings. Alleyway encounter. You're stopped by a tall man wearing a dirty kabuki mask. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. Give me your fingers. You hesitate, seeing something metallic in the man's hand. Agreement seems like a very, very, very bad idea. So I'm going to go with common sense and run away. Dex check failure. That is incredibly unfortunate. Try to run, but trip and fall to the ground. The masked man jumps on you and rips off a couple of your nails with a pair of pliers. Why out of 2 stamina? Only a few. We can just carry on. That's not going to disrupt our monkey wrenching anytime soon. Good God, that is brutal. You notice that the man keeps his hospital key in a back pocket. If you could steal it, entering the hospital would be much easier. By the way, this game was rated T when they announced the console releases. I guess someone actually went through and reviewed it again, because now it is officially rated M on all platforms. Rightfully so. Something about poking out eyeballs did not quite meet the threshold, but this does it. We are due for another rest. Good stuff. And now we're gonna try and chase the guy who just stole our fingernails. Steal his keys. This is a dex check. I cannot believe I failed it. This is classic B. Just making all the right decisions and failing miserably anyway. This is why I don't normally play on hard mode, because I have just the worst luck in the world. Oh, I'm sorry. You excuse yourself after bumping into the man. He frowns and hurries away, not noticing that you've managed to steal his hospital keys. Well, that's lucky. Okay. This will trade stamina for reason. Glorious. That is exactly what I needed. I always need Yasugi to show up. Pretty much every single run. It's getting dark, and the suspicious man has not returned yet. Now is your only chance to check out the mortuary and learn about the serial killer's victims. If only the schoolyard could have told me more than the murderer himself is about to. Using the hospital key, you've managed to enter the mortuary floor unnoticed. The hospital floor is eerily quiet. You prepare your weapon, wondering what's going to happen next. When we enter the mortuary, the whole room is a pungent, irritating smell you can barely stand. All the dissection tables are empty, and you're afraid to think where the bodies are now. You must hurry up before the suspected killer returns back. So I leave the room. I am too late. It's coming for the rest of my fingernails. The masked man jumps from behind the door, and you barely dodge his blade. I can't let you leave this room. I am going to become the last victim. Except he only attacks stamina, so probably not. Oh, he's been getting fingernail transplants for his poor son. He's merely the desperate father. That has to be it. Well, then we would be worse than him if we were to defeat him in combat. That's a risk I'm willing to take. These are basically guaranteed to miss. But I got a lot of them. I'm gonna say it's worth bracing, because I have stamina to spare, but maybe like that? Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Oh, bonus damage from the monkey wrench too. Stabbed me with his knife, but he just can't kill the beast that is Aiko. Seriously, one of the strongest characters in the game. Yeah, that is way, way more than the 13 he has left. Destroyed. That mask had no chance of holding up against the monkey wrench. The dreaded Kabuki killer finally falls to the ground dead. You alert the hospital staff, and soon the whole floor is swarming with police. After a brief interrogation, you're free to go. We murdered a guy in the mortuary, where we were not legally allowed to go, but he tried to kill us too, so we get to go home. 2 questions still remain. What did the killer do with the nails of his victims? And who broke the mortuary's window and fled before the cops arrived? I guess he wasn't dead. Interesting. And I suppose... Yeah, we don't get the alternate ending. That must have been the bad ending. Because we didn't accomplish much or learn what the mystery was even about. A bit unfortunate in that way. Okay. Our stats are way better than they were, but our doom is mounting. Probably should have done evolving eels very early on. Make our old friend help us out. Contagious Coma is a classic. Yeah, I've talked myself into it. evolving eels. Now we just click through it and hope that we come across additional events that have been added. I forget if we have to do the side quest in order to properly poke out Kana's eyeball. +3 perception. I like this deity. Gives us huge stat boosts. I wonder if this is an event that can occur multiple times in a single run. You wake up with a semi-translucent membrane covering both of your eyes. With increasing terror, you realize that you no longer need your eyes to see. Hey, free perception. I'll carve out my eyes any day. Speaking of which, I can get more perception, more charisma. Charisma is a dumb stat. Perception's high enough, so I guess I'll take luck. I may even take reason. If we hit 0 on any stat, you actually sort of lose the game. We shouldn't be able to hit 0, but it is a small risk that we will do so. More strength, because we're probably going to hit another threshold soon enough. Anything else I want to do? I still don't have any money or really any resources whatsoever to do much of anything. So, carry on. Ah, perfect form D! There are a lot of these events. This really makes up for the god's drawback. You're not the only one affected by the mysterious effects of Zektast. People have started herding together like livestock, abandoning their previous inhibitions. You're all in this together. He formed a union. I like this deity. +3 charisma, -1 stamina. Well worth it. Just for safety, I am going to do the side quest so that I will definitely be able to keep Kana in my crew. Along the way, I'm going to kill Burning Man, who unfortunately is a goddamn ghost. But he only attacks stamina. Have all the stamina you want, good buddy. This will take several additional turns. Bring it on. Oh, he burned me up good, too. Yeah, I was taking considerable extra damage because of the burns. Which should be minor injuries. School nurse, help me out. School nurse has very bad gingivitis in her gums. Or a very ugly mustache. We've earned ourselves a rest. We're pretty much right where we need to be. Pretty sure we're going to have to investigate Seaside once as part of the mystery. Skip that thing. Doom has increased. We got burnt notes that literally never do anything, but take up space in the inventory. This guy brings down our doom at the cost of a considerable amount of reason. We're spending that reason. Speaking of which, the monument is pretty cheap at the moment. But of course he wants reason. So now I need to rest again. Hopefully that's rested enough. Also, saving Kana costs 3 reason. And completing the side quest costs reason. Everything costs reason these days. Reason inflation is out of control. So we ended up with a net loss to our doom. Young Witch is here. She should not survive. No, not even slightly. Sorry, Young Witch. Obliterated. Gave us a nice box cutter. which all things considered is not all that nice. And I sell it, it's worth $1. Until it gets all bloody. Kind of feel like we might need to throw it later. Which won't do much damage, but it'll do something. Kana's in the bedroom. And Kana is a Cyclops. Another sea creature mystery. Because Lovecraft was afraid of the sea. So anything referencing him is going to be filled with sea creatures. We got humans filled with jellyfish, and now humans filled with eels. Hoping for a mystery someday where humans are filled with crabs. Perhaps we'll get there. I won't have to do the side quest in Contagious Coma, which will save me some doom. That's nice. Let's go that route. Although I'm pretty sure this boss, when you get to it, only attacks Reason. That is exactly what I don't want to have happen. But I don't get a say in the matter. Whatever, we'll skip the side quest. Just go through the required steps, see what happens. I have enough money to buy a coffee. Safest way to prevent losing anything there, except for one fund. This is a dex check. Oh, that's a dex check. I think the trash can is a luck check. We'll sneak. 10 experience. Nice level up. So much stamina to begin with. What are my town status effects? Nothing too serious. I might want hot bath. Yeah. If I'm gonna be spending doom, I better get a lot out of it. Meanwhile, my strength boost is still being worn away at, and it's gonna take another hit before too long. Fully expected to see him. I got blood to spare. Blood coming out of my eyes. Literally. Gruesome altar, eh? This is a classic event, but it's been redrawn, so I'm not used to this. Let us... call the police, I guess? +3 doom. Okay, a tapeworm. I think I can kill a tapeworm in one turn. What does this do? Oh yeah, you can send in allies to fight for you. It's good for Mizuki, it's not so great for me. That should be lethal. Unless I'm bad at math, which is probable. No, yeah, that's well over 20. There's a possibility that some of these will miss. But they didn't. It's almost hilarious that speedruns of this game are... yeah, luck check. Classic. Speedruns of this game are like 15 minutes long. Oh, I had my corpse dust right here, and it didn't give me the option to use it? Or I didn't click it properly. Ah. Well. Still in okay shape. I have no opportunity now to use the perk that I just got. Because the next mystery takes place entirely within the school. I have made errors. Judgment. Oh well, we roll with them. Technically, I gain nothing from completing this properly. Just bragging rights for beating the game on hard mode. Clearly, there's a lot to brag about because no one's ever done it before. Let's go for it. Resisting automatically costs you a reason. I think it is you. Yeah. Correct. Exactly what I wanted to have happen. Because I can recover a little bit of stamina at least. Oh, I haven't gone to the lockers for my free bat. I think we're going to want to do the ritual properly. Actually pass the charisma check, which you would think would happen more often because my charisma is quite high, actually. -2 luck. Luck has been screwing me over anyway, so give me the experience. Can your nostrils become haunted? If they can. Snorting human ashes is probably the best way to do it. Running from combat, whatever. Yeah, I'll take my stamina boost now. Clearly I should have gotten this one sooner, but whatever, we live with our mistakes. Perception up. So indecisive. I was about to fall below the perception threshold regardless. So, more strength. Combat mastery. In the meantime, we get this out of storage. And read it. It's going to be a real sloppy star with like a scribble around it. This is not going to be especially easy to draw. I think I can more or less remember that. Well, let's hold on to it for now. Explore. Maru will not stand a chance because nothing will at this point. There. Best I can do. 5% chance that last one could have missed, and I'm glad I didn't. Okay. That's the thing. Yep, close as it's gonna get. Study, plus 5% doom. Dear God. 1 knowledge left. Hopefully I don't get a concussion anytime soon. But that pretty much cannot happen in this mystery. Can lose more reason, though. What are our chances to hit? Very high. Delicious lump of flesh. That is plus 5 stamina, which I will gladly take. And bloat up. It appears not to do anything. Well, let's meet the old Scissor Queen. Take her out, probably very easily. Might as well throw these at her. One point of damage from the box cutter. Even this is worth chucking, I think. And 17 damage should be very attainable. Yep, That's 17. 18 even. 1 bonus point. And there we go. There was a weird pre-ending screen. See, this is why I didn't take my bottle. I figured something like that would happen. I would get contaminated, and it wouldn't matter anyway. Okay. Can't take a bath, can't do anything. Into the lighthouse. Portrait. That's probably going to cost us some doom. Hopefully I can afford it. We'll see. I like our odds, quite honestly. This is a loss. Although it only did -2 reason, if I'm not mistaken. Probably should have been 3. Not enough decks. These are all going to be losses, except for the acid. Second enemy would have been... I think it was Puppet, Matron, Into the Meat Horror? Wrong answer. It's always the wrong answer. Grab the metal rods. Get zapped. Carry on like it's nothing and actually succeed one time. Thanks to high enough strength. And... lose more reason. But we made it anyway. Nothing stops Aiko. Shockingly. Yeah. We made it. Let's touch the demon core. Throw it out the window. And save the day. Aiko was a very good choice. She remains one of the ultimate badasses. No new achievements, nothing new done. Just the new mysteries, which is the real draw. But, let's real quick take a look at our achievements. That one's... there's no guarantee of ever getting a Kineko Gatherer, so that would take a lot of grinding. This, however, could be attained pretty simply. Because it might take a little bit of grinding, but if we take in you, Kyrie, she automatically gets a spell to start with. One random spell. If we get the library notes, we can forget all those. Hopefully we'll get multiple spells out of the library notes, and then we can go to the library itself and research at least one there. And that will be great. Free achievement. And we'll have no friends. We'll take some inconceivable sadness as a result of our having no friends, naturally. Each mystery news status will start to weigh you down. So yeah, my plan here is to do the mystery that I could not complete last time. Couldn't get the good ending anyway. And forget all of the spells that I need to forget. That means library and schoolyard are both required. Neither of those are going to help me. Yeah, we should be all set. We're back on normal difficulty. Empty bottle appeared. I did not want empty bottle. That means we try again. Because I want the library research notes. It should have saved all of our starting choices, but it didn't. Back into the breach. Hopefully this doesn't take too many tries, otherwise I'm just going to give up. For once benefiting from the fact that the school does not properly load our presets. No library notes. Can't seem to find a Kyrie nerdy enough to do what we need. But this is just like re-rolling mysteries, except more arduous. Instead of clicking one button, I'm clicking all over the screen over and over again. Still no library notes. Third Eye's not going to help that much. Honestly, library notes are only one guaranteed free spell, so this might not even be worth it. Even if we get them, it could just end up being a single spell. Nonetheless, it's a good head start to have. Nope. One more, and then we'll just roll with it. Say So apparently has a ton of Twisted Metal emotes to spam in chat. Those are pretty cool, quite honestly. Did we hit the jackpot this time? Let's find out. Absolutely not. That's fine. Forget. Then we'll go through to the noisy nails again. Honestly, there wasn't much noisy about them. Maybe if we solve it properly, we'll find out what's causing all the noise with the nails. Probably just a matter of screaming. A whole lot of screaming from people getting their nails ripped out. I once had ingrown toenail surgery, and the anesthetic wore off less than halfway through the procedure. So, I have some experience with the matter. At the end of the mystery, raise the doom by 1% for every 10 experience rounded down. If the mystery ended right now, doom would rise by 0%. The insidious parasite swells in size, its tendrils snaking ever deeper into the crevices of your existence. Interesting. So that's not the worst thing that could happen. 1% doom for every 10 experience. In theory, if I level up right before the end of this mystery, I won't have any experience and won't gain much doom. I don't really know if it works that way. Anyway, we're going to the schoolyard first, try and get some gossip. There it is. Overheard parents talking about a horrible accident. They said the girl's father went mad from grief. We are looking for a father who has gone mad and started ripping off fingernails, so could be the guy. And she hasn't come into school since last week. That did it. Could the killing have anything to do with the father who lost his daughter in an accident? Quite possibly. I've actually had numerous ingrown toenail surgeries. In fact, more than the number of locations where ingrown toenails can occur. They recur in locations where I've had them previously, which is atrocious luck. They like burn the roots out with acid. So as to prevent that, and they still came back. I have very tenacious toenails. And on one of those events, where I got the surgery, I was told about the story of a soldier who went in to get the surgery and they didn't have the anesthetic because it was just like a field hospital. So he said, screw it, I'm a strong man, I'm doing it anyway. And I've been there. It is not desirable, but been there, done that, soldier man. Okay. 3 additional spells. We need a 4th one to forget. And there we go. Terrifying tale of the tenacious toenails. Yes, in many ways my life is a world of horror mystery. I mean, the one where we were locked in the apartment. Been there, done that. Okay, last one. Achievement unlocked. Don't know what it does. Hopefully it unlocks the new character, because there is a second new character. Haven't got them yet. This will probably give me a free spell. There it is. All that grinding, and now they're just giving me spells seemingly at random. There's nothing I want in the void, but I might go there anyway. Because we're on normal difficulty, there's little I can lose at this point. Check out the lockers, rob a student, carry on my way. Gonna introduce ourselves to the Kabuki man. Future bearer of our toenails. Alan Wake. I've never played the original. The sequel is, last I heard, good, but not great. So I'm not, like, super invested in checking it out. Ah, we got a new ally, but she suddenly died. Bad news. Okay, now we encounter the guy again. We can agree, but I'm gonna try and run. Oh, God, I have the worst luck with this guy. I feel like we need to successfully run away. So this might have screwed this mystery over. We'll see. But yeah, I'm meaning to play more and more survival horror games. It's hard because I have, like, no free time whatsoever. It took me 2 weeks to even get to the World of Horror update. And... oh, I don't even have a weapon here. I'm in big trouble. Alan Wake is sort of like one of the last gasps of survival horror. We got a new option. Hopefully that skips the boss fight, because I cannot possibly beat a boss fight right now. The masked man jumps from behind the door, and you barely dodge his blade. Yeah. The Kabuki killer takes a step back, revealing his gruesome artwork. An unfinished statue of a child made of human nails. Suddenly, the statue springs to life and bites the man's neck. The serial killer is visibly confused, tries to stop the bleeding as a geyser of blood paints the whole mortuary red. The being's face slowly turns towards you. This is why you don't make new kids out of fingernails. They're gonna turn against you. Okay, I somehow need to deal 26 damage. I have no offensive spells, because I forgot them all. So I'm going to scrounge up a improvised weapon. And eyeball this monstrosity. And I can neither brace nor dodge, so this is our lot in life. Mana Shiraishi was the Kabuki killer's daughter. The thing standing in front of you is her grotesque caricature. Yep. Yes, indeed. Weak against blunt, too, so Aiko would have just mushed this thing into paste. And then, like, grab some extra fingernails and replace the ones that she lost. We cannot do anything of the sort. Thankfully, we got the Dex improvised weapon. It's a strength one, too, and you just get one or the other at random. It's ridiculously slow and doesn't deal very much damage. So I think what we're going to want to do... Brace takes all of our time. Dodge is a little less costly. Yeah. 3 damage a turn. We've got 9 turns. 3 times 9 is 27. So we do get bonus damage thanks to it being blunt. Good notice there, Blast Tyrant. I had not noticed that, but I would have once we actually got the bonus. And the dodges are actually paying off. Yeah, I dodged most of the attacks so far. Let's see. But then my leg got bitten. Can I guarantee 6 damage here? Nah. Didn't work out great, but it did work out. Sorry, Mana Shiraishi. Your very disturbing mannequin form is no more. The horrible Nails Beast finally stops moving. Knowing you won't be able to explain it to the police, you trigger the fire alarm and escape before anyone arrives. A father's grief led to the creation of this monster. Hopefully they'll be joined in death. Well, that is something I've never seen before in my entire life, and something I never would have presumed to see ever in my entire life. Congratulations on producing a unique horror. Those are increasingly difficult to come by. Now I just sort of want to die. Yeah, that was a really good mystery. The new mysteries are all rock solid. 2 of them are fantastic, and 2 of them are just good. Good is plenty. I will take good any day. I have a ridiculous amount of funds, but I have nothing else to accomplish. Let's exit the menu. Let's see what this new achievement that I finished does. In the extras menu, which I keep not clicking properly, it gives us a new spell. Protective Carvings. There is a way to see what that spell does. And it is to take in Kyrie again. Let's just head right into the apartment, get some library notes, start reading them. There it is. Receive -1 damage during combat encounters. It is a ritual. Rituals, you can have 1 active. I think you can only have 1 active. And they are permanent until you replace that ritual. It says rituals can be active, implying that it is possible to have more than 1. But I've never seen that actually being the case. And yeah, -1 damage during combat encounters, that is solid. That is a good one to have. Any new costumes for Aiko? These might be new. Alright, this is Kyrie. I never play as Kyrie, so... And when I do, it's always Teen Witch. Is this her hand? She's got like a giant hand coming in from the side of the mirror. That maybe was not a necessary touch. But everything else about her outfits looks fine. Oh, apparently it's just to hold a cigarette in one of the outfits. Weird. Very weird. But there we go. New content. 1 last achievement to get. That achievement is going to take so much mindless grinding that I'm not going to show that off on any sort of stream. I'll spare you. But someday, we'll get that, and doing so automatically gets us the final achievement as well. Nice. There we go. 2 more mysteries. A lot of fun. Good times in World of Horror. And there's still more yet to see. That means I'll be back at some point. Thank you for joining me. Have yourself a better one than the various ladies who lost fingernails today.